Today I want to go over something with you about Elon Musk. And I think you all know who he is. He is the founder and a magnate. Look at the net worth of him, $172.9 billion. Now, Elon has made Neuralink, as you all know, and it was denied in case of human risks, so to speak. But that's just for now. Look at what he says. Musk has said that the brain implant company Neuralink will make paralyzed walk, the blind see, and eventually turn people into cyborgs.
You're up. You're commanding officer, and I'm gonna give you 60 seconds to deal with it.
Yes, sir.
Cool.
Coming from a man who was against AI, that certainly sounds like false signs and wonders.
I don't think most people understand just how quickly machine intelligence is advancing. It's much faster than almost anyone realizes, even within Silicon Valley, and certainly outside Silicon Valley, people really have no idea. If there's some digital superintelligence and its optimization or utility function is something that's detrimental to humanity, then it will have a very bad effect. It could be just something like getting rid of spam email or something, and it's like concludes, well, the best way to get rid of spam is to get rid of humans. The least scary future I can think of is one where we have at least democratized AI. Because if one company or small group of people manages to develop godlike digital superintelligence, they could take over the world. At least when there's an evil dictator, that human is going to die. But for an AI, there would be no death. It would live forever. And then you'd have an immortal dictator from which we can never escape.
And is he not introducing the beast? So if we take a look into this neural lace that they're going to accomplish to be able to do this, it's a very secretive thing, and they state it will grow and or assemble in your brain. That word is interchangeable, apparently. Now, like Zuckerberg, he wants to go with things that can read your mind and or telepathy. Based on the information I just told you, look at this. Groundbreaking AI system reads minds and produces text without implants. So with that said, why do they need Neuralink? They don't. They already have the technology and they've had it for a long time. I believe that Neuralink is a guise for those who unwittingly took the dirt.
Electronic mind control research is not new. A scientific milestone in this area came in the 1960s when Dr. Jose Delgado demonstrated remote control over a charging bull. By connecting a radio antenna to electrodes inserted into the bull's brain, Delgado proved that the animal's aggressive impulses could be thwarted by electronically manipulating the bull's muscle reflexes.
Do you realize the fantastic possibilities if from the outside we could modify the inside? Could we give messages to the inside? But the beauty is that now we are not using electrodes.
In recent years, Delgado has shown that the behavior of monkeys can be altered using low-power, pulsating magnetic fields. But in these experiments, there were no antenna implants.
Any function in the brain, emotions, intellect, personality, well, could be perhaps modified by this non-invasive technology.
Delgado's research has so far been limited to animals.
Recently coming upon some new information, it suggests this guy is the beast. The said man that not only introduces the mark, but also the Antichrist will follow. The false prophet will seem likable. A second beast appears in verse 11, and he represents the false prophet. Bearing the meekness of a lamb, the beast will convince the world that he is reasonable, humble, and a likable individual. Kind of reminds you of someone? But his gentle veneer will only conceal his true nature temporarily. He's a predator with all the ferocity of the dragon. He will be the consummate fulfillment of Jesus' warning in Matthew 7:15. Beware of false prophets who come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly are ravenous wolves. Let me know what you think. Have a look.
They were coming from Africa. They were white as me. I thought they'd be black. And because of something the boy did. I never told what he did. The boy did something very dark. And he was very little. And then one day I asked someone in the circle, Imelda, Joaquin's mother. I asked Imelda, I said, is he the Antichrist? I was 13 years old. She didn't even blink. She said, no, but he will present the mark. And when you see him do that, the Antichrist will take the stage. So, now here we are, 40 years later. Boom, that boy is the star of the world. The boy's name then was Elion. It's changed over time. We're 40 years later. And I see that boy everywhere, and the world adores him, but he's the king of Babylon.
Let me know what you think. King Jesus bless you all.